Y'all know the name. Source.
Doing my job, doing my job,
We love you, D-Source.
Definitely, man. And lastly, I saw one of your tweets regarding your reaction on Jim Lampley, kind of comparing Pacquiao's loss to the calamity in the Philippines. He even called it the tsunami. You had some comments about that. Can you elaborate more on that?
You know, you can't compare anything with the calamity. You know, you even mention calamity with thousands of people. You didn't mention a country with a disaster or calamity like tsunami.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you look at statistics with Japan, there's thousands of people that died,
Mm-hmm.
or in Thailand, there's thousands of people that died, and it's just sad to do that. I mean, I'm disappointed because those guys are HBO commentators, but it's just you just can't compare it that way when especially that the Philippines had just got hit,
Mm-hmm.
and Manny was fighting, and Manny was fighting for that cause,
Yeah.
to bring hope, to the Philippines, to lift up the whole thing that had happened, and for it to be reminded what had happened before the fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, the sadness before then, and now the heartbreaking that had happened during that time, and for them to say things like that, I mean, it was just, it was, I mean, maybe it didn't mean it at all, but, things that came out of your mouth sometimes can reflect to a lot of people, especially a country who's been hit, with something like that and lost countless things. I mean, it just, I don't know. I just can't. Can't. I mean, it's. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, man. I mean, I hear you, bro. That's definitely insensitive. It's definitely insensitive, especially with all the lives that were lost. And I can definitely empathize with with how you react with those statements right now.
I mean, it's just not right. It's just not right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I give every respect and everything to Marquez for winning that fight,
Mm-hmm.
the way he did. But for Pacquiao and then for Jim, I mean, I know he's a big Pacquiao fan and he's saddened by it as well. Like every fan,
Mm-hmm.
But it's just hard to see it that way when somebody who goes down that way and to be compared to a disaster,
Yep.
to a calamity. I mean, it's just not right, and especially if it's a new wound.
Yeah.
It's not like, even if it's old wound, you're still looking at lives. You're still looking at people suffering. You're still looking at people's livelihood. All this thing that has happened. I mean, not just the Philippines, but all around Asia, all around the world. I mean, the Sandy. I mean, a lot of people are affected by that. I mean, it's just, I just don't like the fact that we are reminded, of calamities like that, and comparing it to a boxing match, or being said in a boxing match, comparing things like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
It just doesn't leave good taste.
Yep, it's definitely an unnecessary added insult to the injury after that loss, and it's definitely not even worth mentioning. It's not, you just don't do it. But hopefully Lampley issues some kind of apology, and it's just something that was on the moment, that he didn't mean it like that or whatnot. Because like you said, Lampley is a pretty decent guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he may not have meant it, but it was just out of the moment, and that's all fine. But the apology will make a lot of people, he is fan because he owned up to his words. But again, like I said, we all make mistakes. We all do things, say things when we're surprised. But it does sometimes leave a bad taste in our mouth. To hear things like that.
Definitely.
T-Source, you're my idol.
Doing my job, 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 doing